Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Money Huddle. It's your boy, Trey Rich, and my boy, Shaq. What's good, Shaq?
Going on, man? Did pretty good on the Monday night game, so I'm doing all right.
What's up, man? I'm sure you're ready for these next games, week 4. Week 4 is going to be a good week. I think it's going to be a lot of good games, a lot of good matchups, honestly, starting with not the Thursday night football game because that game is not as sexy. But I think on Sunday, it's buns. But on Sunday, we got a really good matchup in Ireland. We'll get to that in the future. But today we're going to start off with recapping what happened on Thursday night football. The Lions, we knew they were going to be competitive. We only bet on underdogs with the points if they have a chance to win. And we knew they had a chance to win. So we consistently bet on the Lions plus 4.5, and they cashed because they won. What are your thoughts of this game, bro? What happened in your eyes?
The only thing, I knew it was going to be close. I thought it'd be a field goal game, come down to the last second. I knew it would be competitive. I mean, like the Lions' run defense, they were going to make the Ravens throw. And don't get me wrong, the Ravens have been balling out this year. But you know what I didn't see? I figured the under would have hit, but the turnover, we were looking good. It was 21-21 going into the fourth quarter. Real competitive game, and then turnovers. Derrick Henry has fumbled in all 3 games this season. It's crazy. But I'll tell you what, you called it yesterday. David Montgomery went out there and had himself a night. Boy, he looked pretty good. Yeah, looked pretty good. But, we knew this was going to be a close game, and 4.5 was crazy. We knew the Lions were going to come out and be really competitive. So I'll tell you what's going to be real interesting, and we'll look forward to that too later on in the show, is we got the Ravens Chiefs. One of those teams is walking away this weekend at 1-3. One of them will be. So let's see who needs it more. That's gonna be an interesting game. But
this was a really good game. In my eyes, I talked you off the under because you did say you like the under, but I was like, I don't think we should consistently bet that, bro. We gotta just go with the Lions because you like the Lions as well, but we had to choose between the Lions or the over. And I was like, I can't go with you on the over, bro. So we got to choose the Lions. So, see, like, it's teamwork. It's teamwork between me and Shaq.
I mean, 53.5 points is a lot. That's a lot in any game. Like, it's not gonna hit the over on that very often.
It's a lot, but I don't trust. I never trusted the Lions against a rushing quarterback. I never do. They always struggle, and I never like the Ravens defense against a good running offense. And like I said in the last video, David Montgomery, bro, he's a problem. He's big. He runs angry. He runs angrier than Derrick Henry sometimes. Like, he is a bulldozer, and he's
stout. He's a ripped man, dude. Like, he looks for contact, I swear. It's not only that. Like, he can take contact on. He's got moves in the open field. Like, he's fast, he's twitchy, but he likes to run up the middle. He's looking for contact. Like,
he runs up
I liked him coming out of the draft a long time ago. It's crazy that these two guys are on the same team between him and Gibbs. Like, because either one could be a one-back anywhere else.
I really did. So last week I understood they were going to give him a lot of run against his old team, the Bears. But this game really showed me how important this dynamic is between him and Gibbs. They want it to be a timeshare. They want it to be, hey, here's the boom, here's the speed. Here's the boom, and here's the speed. Like, you're gonna get tired hitting these guys. You're gonna be freaking tired. So I like it.
Yeah, they're either gonna, and that's the thing is, Montgomery is the wrecking ball up the middle between the tackles, and then you've got the speed of Gibbs out in the open field and on the edges. It doesn't matter. They'll hit you any way they want to hit you. To have both of those guys who could easily be number one backs any other team in the league, these guys are your number one running back. Montgomery for sure is a one back somewhere else. So, I mean, the Lions have a great advantage with two guys like that. And then, without Ben Johnson there, it looked impressive. They stumbled out of the gate, kind of a rough game week one, and then laid on the Bears week two. And then last night, they came out, beat the Ravens. So, I don't know. The
There was
Lions could
a
be legit.
there was a lot of critique on Dan Campbell, and I think the media owes him an apology. They were literally shitting on him because he had a bad first two games, or I mean, he had a bad first game. Second game wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the offense that we usually see from the Lions, and this game really showed them, hey, I don't care if it's a tough opponent or not. We're still playing smash mouth football. We're still banging in the trenches. And
Still
I
going
think
for it on fourth down and converting,
literally
like I
going
said they
for it,
would.
we do not care. And I think that the media thought it was going to be a down year for the Lions, and look what happens now. They beat the Ravens, who were supposed to win the division, and right now it's probably the Steelers winning the division, or the Browns. Hell, could be them. But you were right.
Yeah, Cincinnati. Cincinnati's tied up there for first with the Steelers.
Yeah, honestly, people thought that it was going to be a real tough division out there in the AFC North, but really,
fraud, it's a fraud, it's a fraud.
they don't have any. There's no one that's going to run away with it. Like Aaron Rodgers picked the right time to go to the AFC North, the perfect time because he could literally win that whole division. He
Man,
really
the
could.
Ravens defense is so bad. So bad. I mean, I know they started off 0-2 last year. But like maybe they, slow starts. I know they rattled off 5 straight wins, but the defense is just, I'll tell you right now, that caliber of Ravens team is not a Super Bowl contending team. Their defense, it's like watching the Cincinnati Bengals with the mobile quarterback.
Yeah, and you were right again on Derrick Henry under 97.5 rushing total yards. It cashed. You were also right on Bateman over 2.5 catches. Like those guys, they could not run the ball, so Derrick Henry was useless. He was useless. He fumbled the
Oh, well,
ball.
he gave the game away. That's 2 games he's given away this year between that Bills fumble and this one.
Could be time to hang it up.
Fourth quarter. Fourth quarter fumbles, man. And he's not a guy to fumble. He's not really been a fumble guy his whole career. But I mean,
Really,
he'll be 32 by the end of this season. So maybe time's undefeated.
we never thought that we would get to the point where we have to be like Derrick Henry. Is it time, bro? Is it because you're actually no, you're not just underperforming, but you're also costing your team. That's the biggest part. I'm surprised he's costing them the game. To be a non-factor is different. I
Yeah.
understand. Your game plan, you stop him. All right, it happens. But for you to put them in position to lose, that is a red flag. Like maybe we need to move on from old Henry. But we'll get to that in a different day. We'll see if he can bounce back. He's to.
But yeah, I mean, I knew that in this game the Lions' run defense they've been pretty solid. And I knew that like you said, they were going to stop the run, and they were going to have to throw the ball. And Bateman had a good game last week. I figured they'd get him this week, just the way that defense ran. So we cashed on both of those.
And then I cashed on my only prop, which was Jared Goff under 35.5 passing attempts because I knew he would not need to do it. And in my spiel about why he wouldn't need to do it, I said because of David Montgomery, because the Ravens have been ran on, because the Ravens aren't consistently stopping the run. They're actually playing more back on their defense. They're not trying to pressure up front in the trenches. They really just want to stop people from throwing the ball on them. and so they're just more of a pass defending team. And this is
which
what,
they can't really stop either.
and that was one of the reasons why we had to pick the Lions in this game. Laporta did not have the game I wanted him to have. He only had 33 yards, which is not going to cash us that bet that I had. But like I said, they didn't have to pass the ball. Honestly, I shouldn't have bet on a pass catcher when I knew that Jared Goff was not going to pass the ball very much. It didn't really correlate with my first bet, but it is what it is. Did not cash on that one. But hey, 3-1 prop bets for Thursday night, well, for Monday Night Football, and we cashed on the bet. So, but this game on Thursday night, Seahawks at
Get
Cardinals,
to this.
divisional crapshoot. Okay, crazy part is they're all in competition for division. A lot of them they're and not really in a good. They don't have hard schedules. Neither of these teams have hard schedules. The Seahawks, the Rams, the Cardinals, and the Niners. They don't have tough opponents this season. They have really easy schedules, and I think that this is why this game is actually kind of important because every divisional game is going to matter. Uh, what are your initial thoughts on this game, Chad?
Uh, the Cardinals have been weird this season. Pretty much first place. They played for first place last week against the Niners, and that was a weird game. 16-15 the final. Mac Jones and a beat up Niners team comes in and beat. I don't know what happens. The second half, the Cardinals defense just doesn't show up. And it's the exact opposite for the Seahawks last week. They put up 44 points, absolutely thrashed the Saints. Their defense looked pretty good. Granted, it's the Saints, but Sam Darnold's actually the number one in the league for QBR right now, quarterback rating, surprisingly. And I don't know. So I just see this game being. It's going to be close just because it's division game. This division is always close, even when the team's sub 500 on the year. They're going to play close. They just know each other really well. This division's notorious for it. I don't understand. And, I don't know how many times the Cardinals have beat the Rams at home, but it seems like they pull it off every other year, and whether they're good or not. So I see this being a close game. 1.5 is probably really close on that. But I do like the over here with 43.5 tonight. I think these teams are gonna. I mean, if Seattle gets out to a lead, the Cardinals are definitely gonna have to play catch up. So I think there's gonna be a lot of throwing the ball. Sam Darnold's been wanting to throw the ball. Jackson Smith or JSN has literally half of his passing yards for the year. Sam Darnold's got 633 yards on the year, and JSN has 323 of those. So they like to throw the ball. He is obviously the number one target in this. Like I said, it'll be close, I feel like, or they're going to run away with it. But either way, the Cardinals are going to have to throw tonight, and so is the Seahawks. I feel like that's what they want to do. That's what they're good at. If they're in close, that's when they start to run the ball in. But I think it'll be close on the 43.5, but I could definitely see like 27, 24, 28, 24, somewhere in that range tonight. It'll be close.
I'm on the over 43.5 as well. Um, but I think it's because the last five meetings between these two in Arizona, they have gone over 40 points, and they've only gone under 43.5 points one time in the last five meetings in Arizona. So I think that the trend is going up. Kyler Murray, he usually tosses the ball a lot in these games um, because they're usually down, chasing points. They did win the last game. The last meeting against these guys, they did win the last game. They threw. Actually, no, they lost. They lost 30-18 to the Seahawks. Of course, It was Geno Smith, and give or take. He's sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad. You know,
Trash.
but yeah, exactly. But JSN had a good game that game. Um, of course, Kenneth Walker, he did his job. Uh, I just don't see either defense being good. Like defenses are not good in this game. I can't take the
No.
over. Well, I can't take the under at all. The under is just not a good bet. So the over is where we're going. I don't even feel comfortable picking a side. Like I don't trust the Seahawks or the Cardinals. I
If I
trust
if I had to
Campbell.
pick a side, I would say Seahawks. I'd take the Seahawks to cover. I just feel like after last week's performance, if they're riding a wave into this game, and we both know the Cardinals' defense is so wishy-washy and pretty much non-existent in the second half. I mean, they almost lost to the Saints. So, and then they gave up a huge double-point lead in week 2. And then last week, they couldn't get anything going, and they lost to a beat-up Niners offense. They have got nobody with Mac Jones. They lost to Mac Jones. Like, so the defense is paper on both sides. I feel like.
Yeah, I do think that, but both can be had. But if you were to have to choose a side, you have to go with the better defense, and we know the better defense is with the Seahawks. I do like Wooten, um, their corner. He's a good corner. They still play very tough ball on the D backs. They do hit hard still. They're not the Legion of Boom, of course, but they do hit hard still. They do cause turnovers. And they're just better coached. I feel like the Cardinals don't know what they're doing. They don't have a future. I don't know what they don't have an idea who's going to be the quarterback next year. It might not even be Kyler Murray. Like,
Well, and I feel like that's been the question in Arizona since they drafted Kyler Murray. There's been so many issues around him that I think you need to move on. And if you are going to move on, next year's the draft to do it. So, I mean, if you're an Arizona fan, you're hoping Kyler Murray sucks the rest of the year because I think that is the answer is a new quarterback. Plus, if they do suck, you're probably looking at a new head coach. They're going to
yeah,
want to go get their quarterback of the future in this draft coming up. It really depends. I mean, I don't see the Cardinals being in the playoffs this year. I mean, they're a fringe wild card team in my eyes, and that's just because, like you were saying earlier, this division has the easiest schedule between the 4 teams. So I
yeah.
think they're both. I think all 4 teams are ranked the top 10 in easy schedule of the year.
Well, this is kind of wild too. The Seahawks have not allowed 20 points yet on defense. They haven't allowed
Yeah,
20 points. Do we
but I do
think?
have faith. I have faith in their wide receiving core and their defense because I mean their defense. I mean they whooped up on the Saints last week. I feel like their offense will put up 30 if it's a blowout like that, easy.
And that's my prediction of a score. I'm going 32-14, bro. Like 30 something to 14. Like they're gonna get rammed rod, bro. Like I don't understand why the line is so close. I know this divisional gotta keep it close, gotta put it close, but I just don't like the Cardinals. Anyone that lets Bryce Young throw 328 yards and comes back in the fourth quarter to almost beat you, I am done with you. I'm done.
No, I hear you. I hear you. Bryce Young should have never been back on the field, honestly.
Bro,
Um, he's a bust.
that's crazy. So
Yeah. Make him look like a Pro Bowler out there.
yeah, can't do it, man. I can't allow it. I can't do it. And one of the things you can't really run on the Seahawks. So
No, they've always, like you're saying, they got good hard hitting like safeties in the backfield. They usually got a pretty decent linebacking core, but their D line is built to stop the run. They're not made for pass rush really. They're made to stop the run.
so I can't do it, but you still like a running back, though. You still like Trey Benson touchdown. Why?
So with Connor's out for the year, coming into the season, everybody said Trey Benson's probably the best number two back in the NFL. He would be a number one easily in most places. Um, I think they got to get him started. They got to. This team likes to run the ball. And supposedly, that's they've been so dysfunctional on offense, but they like to run the ball and get the play action going. To get those deep passes to Marvin Harrison, get the tight end open. So if they're gonna get close, they like to run the ball inside the red zone as well. Trey Benson's a good running back. He's gonna get a lot of opportunities. He's gonna take a lot of work. Now that he's the number one guy for sure, this is still going to be a split backfield. I mean, they're going to give. I'm not sure who their third string guy is going to step into the second string role, but Demarcado, yeah.
Yeah,
And I watched. Trust me, I picked him up at the end of the last year or 2 years ago, and he's nothing to watch. Trey Benson's going to get 65-70% of the carries. And if they get inside the 5 yard line, this team is notorious for running the ball, setting up screens to the running back on the outside. Trey Benson gets a touchdown if they get in the red zone tonight. It's hard to trust the Cardinals, but Trey Benson, I do trust. He's got talent. He's a good back. And now that he's got the number one role, unfortunate circumstance for Connor. But, I mean, I think Connor last year was his first year he played healthy the entire season, his whole career. Unfortunate injury, but Trey Benson's going to get a shot. He's going to look good here, and that's my best bet. Especially if they get close, they're going to want to smack. If they want to keep this game close, they're going to need to utilize the running game, and they're going to be running the ball, killing clock inside the red zone. And Trey Benson should get a touchdown.
I like it. I like it. But I really like is your next prop because you speaking my language. Speaking my language.
Talking about kickers here. Yeah, I think this game is close. I think points are going to matter. If they're inside the red zone, they're going to be running the ball. If they get stopped outside of the 20, 15 in there, anywhere beyond the 15, they're taking the points. This is my old offensive coordinator from Philly, the head coach in the Cardinals, and they're going to take points. He's very old school like that. Wants the points when you can get them. And I think with a division game, it's going to be field goal city. I think these defenses will show up to play each other. These teams know each other well. This division is notorious for playing close games, tight scoring games. So that being said, I think the kicker in this is going to have at least 2 field goals. Their offense is not good enough to get – they seem to stall from the 30-yard line and in. Once the deep pass is gone, they know that Trey McBride is going to be the middle guy. They've got to use Marvin Harrison differently when you get inside the 30. There's no deep shot there, and they haven't really figured out how to use him. So they like to. It seems like their offense stalls inside the 30 once they get to the 30. So there'll be field goal opportunities in this game, and like I said, they're going to want to take the points in a division game. All the points matter because this will be big for them. If the Cardinals lose tonight, they're 0-2 in the division.
It's a really important game. I just don't see why, like, the Cardinals don't put it all on the line right here. They need to definitely put points up on the board, and I think that they'll be taking whatever they can get. So I like Chad Ryland. I like Chad Ryland actually. Period. He's a good kicker. I think he's a good kicker. Period. So I'm taking him. I'm taking that bet for sure. My first
He's been
prop.
solid this year for him. He's been really solid.
He was solid last year too, man, and because they were
Yeah.
they were always down and behind, and he still did all right.
Yeah. Keeping him in it.
My first prop is Torrey Horton over 21 and a half receiving yards. This
My boy.
seems like a trap because he's had 32 yards back-to-back games. He's had 3 catches for 32 yards last game, and he had 2 catches for 32 yards. Getting more and more important. Cooper Cup, He's still there. He's getting targets. He's getting more targets, but I don't feel like he's the long term option.
Well, and here's the thing: Cooper Cup, like we were saying about Connor, he is notorious for not playing a full season healthy either. And how old he is, he's a hamstring injury yearly hamstring injury. It's just a matter of time. And the minute he goes down, Torrey Horton's value goes up. You'd almost
Oh
double
yeah.
his snaps for sure. And I would put him at 50 yards every game the minute Cup's not in the offense. Because for me, I feel like with Cup's age and his importance in this, it's just a matter of time before Horton steps into that role via injury or just pure outplaying him. So I like Torrey Horton over 21 and a half. I don't know. He had a good game last week, and if they're smart, the kid is huge and he's fast.
And this is what I'm saying, man. Like, not only is he's not getting a lot of targets, but he's catching the ones that he gets. And not only that, he has scored in back to back games. This shows the reliability of this young man. Like, not only is it just, oh, you're young, you're out here, you're fast, you're getting involved, he's being trusted to score a touchdown, to get in the end zone. So I think that Sam Darnold's just building more confidence, building more trust with the young man. And this is a game where we seen Bryce Young go nuclear in the pass game.
Yeah,
Everyone's up. Everyone is available to catch a pass. Everybody in this game for the Seahawks is
especially
available.
against this Cardinals defense. I mean, the Cardinals defense is Swiss cheese.
Man,
So I
and
mean, especially if it comes to shootout, Torrey Horton is a over the middle guy. He's a deep guy. He can do
yeah,
everything.
the route
Like
tree.
I was really big on him coming into the season when training camp. I've heard a lot about him taking over the third wide receiver role, and he was a late draft pick. Like people slept on him, and I just watched this kid's film. He is good. He will be the number 2 guy here eventually behind JSN.
Yeah, I do think he's a gadget guy. He's a gadget guy, and I think they're looking for more weapons because honestly, they have an injury right now at tight end, so we're gonna see Barner at backup tight end in there. Uh, I think the injury for the tight end just gives him more looks, just gives Torrey Holden more opportunities to make a play, especially in the short game. The short dink and dunks, the crosser, the dig routes. I can see him getting
Oh
a lot of
yeah,
targets, more than he has in the past couple games, given how Swiss cheese, like we said, the Cardinals defense is. My last prop for this game, Kyler Murray. I'm going under his passing attempts. Well, now that we're talking about it, I like over his passing attempts, but I don't like him to complete those passes though. So look at that, the mid podcast switch on him. Kyler Murray over over 31 and a half passing attempts. I think he'll be throwing for his life. Also, in the last 2 games, he's thrown over 35 and a half attempts in the last 2 meetings he has had in Arizona. So I like that. I don't like him to complete those passes. So I think let me see what his completions percentage is for this game. I don't think that's very high at all. Let me see.
I'd say low 60s for sure.
Bro, his completions are 21 and a half completions. No, no, he's not.
Yeah, I
If
see
he
more.
chuck, he's
Right
gonna
at it.
chuck it,
It's like
bro.
19, 21. I'd see it right in there. That's a tough
I
one.
think it's real close. It's real close, but I'd rather take over his attempts and under on his completions. Gotta get that correct so
Yeah.
people can know I'm actually betting. So yeah, my second bet is Kyler Murray over 31 passing attempts because I don't think they can run the ball. As we said before, the Seahawks, they are defending the run. They literally made it a grudge match against the Niners. A grudge match. And they have McCaffrey, damn it, and Brian Robinson. So if they can hold those guys down, they can hold down Benson and DeMarcado, I think. And they're gonna force Murray to use his legs, scramble, pass it out of the scrambles. And I do like the receivers that the Cardinals have. They have a better receiving core in this game than they do a running core because of Connor being gone. So
they're just so bad on that offensive playbook. The coordinator, I don't know, but they've got such good weapons. They just don't draw things up for their guys. And I've said that coming into the season. I was like, you've got to use Marvin Harrison more than just deep shots down the field. And they just keep. I don't know. It's. I'm glad I'm not a Cardinals fan because it's hard to watch.
oh man, it's almost as hard to watch as a Jets fan. Like literally, the Cardinals.
uh,
Man, if the Jets lose, if the Jets ever lose to the Panthers, I will literally lose my mind, bro. I will literally go nuts if they win
is
that
that
game.
this weekend?
No, it ain't. But man, you got me looking at who the Jets even play this weekend. We played the Dolphins. Better not lose to them either. But in October 19th, though, we will play the Panthers. And I swear, if Bryce Young has 200 passing yards, I will flip.
Man, I wouldn't bet on no Jets.
It's ugly, but the Panthers that could be our first one.
Yeah, hopefully you get Fields back because Tyrod Taylor sucks.
He isn't the guy, but he's not bad. Let's get this straight, man. Let's get that straight. But our
That
picks
sounds
for this game,
bad.
let's just get right back to the recap for this game. Thursday night football, Seahawks, Cardinals. Seahawks favored it by 1.5, rightfully so. Cardinals have not proven anything to anyone. The over under is 43.5. Me and Shaq are taking the over 43.5. We also will side bet on the Seahawks to win because we do not believe in the Cardinals, even though I did in the beginning of the season. Uh, I've been proven wrong. After
Because I'm
that
gonna throw that out there.
fluky Panthers game, after that fluky Panthers game, bro, I'm done, bro. I'm off the train. Trade Kyler Murray. But
Man, something.
Shaq says it's something. Shaq says this is gonna be a Trey Benson touchdown. I believe it. If they score any points, probably running it in. I do like this one because I do think they struggle to put up a lot of points, but after they score one or two touchdowns, but most of their points are going to be coming from this kicker, Chad Ryland. I like him a lot in this game. My first bet is Torrey Horton over 21.5 receiving yards. Young man, he's going to be available. He's going to be open. Definitely going to be open. If you're the Cardinals defense, bro, you gotta put hats on Cooper Cup, old Cooper, and you definitely gotta put hats on Smith and Jigba. He's going insane. So
Hey, like
I
I said,
think
he's
that
got
leaves,
literally half of Darnold's yards this year. JSN does.
yeah, and I think that's gonna leave more catching for the young rookie. My second bet, Kyler Murray. Over 31.5 passing attempts. I think he's throwing most of the night without a run game to look to, with only receivers really. available, he's chucking that ball all night. He ain't gonna complete the passes, but he's chucking them.
No,
And
you got to be good to complete passes.
exactly, we ain't betting completions because we could have bet completions on Jared Goff. We would have hit, but I said under on his attempts because he wasn't gonna have to. Now I'm doing the reverse psychology on this one. I like Kyler Murray over, and his completions under. So I'm like, hey, man, I'm trying to do some science, man. This is football science.
He's gonna throw the ball a ton tonight,
There's
especially if they're behind.
no other choice. He has no other choice. But let's look at the Sunday look ahead. There's a couple of games we each have that we were not give you the bets for. We want you to look at these games and watch these games because of these reasons why we are going to watch these games. My first game is the early 8:30 game in Ireland. Vikings versus Steelers. Steelers are underdogs by 2.5 points. Vikings are favorited by 2.5. The over under is 41.5. I like this game because there's two guys who should retire. Your boy Carson Wentz should retire, but he ain't. But I
He
think
still
that
got it. He still got it.
we gonna see because this is a lot harder than the Bengals defense. So
You ain't
we're
wrong.
gonna see your boy. This is the pumpkin. This is when Carson Wentz turns into the red-headed pumpkin that he actually is. I don't know who's going to win or who's going to lose, but I do know that he will struggle much more than he did last game. So, and also, I love games in the morning. Waking up in the morning, I watch a lot of soccer. Okay, I watch a lot of European League soccer. So I get to have the dual screen. I get to have the Manchester United or whoever else is playing that morning on the split screen with this game. So I'm all about it. Football on football. Let's get it. Your first game
Oh, you know
is
what I got to be taking
for
here. Yeah. Yeah,
Eagles
this
at
game is going to
Buccaneers.
be
Why do you like this game?
close, man. And as an Eagles fan, I want this game more than I want the last three games we just played. Like I would have I'll
Oh,
take a loss to the Chiefs if I could have this game. Like the Bucks have had our number. They every year that the last two times we've been knocked out of the playoffs, it was the Bucks. They beat us in the regular season, both of those seasons. Like they've just got our number. It's been close, but they always beat us. And in the playoffs, it hasn't been close. They've spanked our ass in the playoffs. So I'm interested in this game. I really want to see us take it to them. I wanna hopefully the offense gets right. That we looked good when we had to throw the ball in the second half of that Rams game. And I want to see that more consistent. If the run game's not there, let's get the pass game going with the run game. So Tampa, we're gonna see where we're at. Tampa's been good. So battle of the undefeateds coming in here, 3-0 versus 3-0. It'll be a tough game, so I'm really interested in that one. Got that one marked.
could be fireworks, and I like it. I like both these quarterbacks, of course. I like both these offenses, so I want to see a banger, and we could get one.
Will I take the
My
Saquon under?
Oh, it's one under again. Oh, this man's diabolical.
We'll see. We'll see. I got to do some research, guys. Got to do some research.
I like for my second game. I like the Ravens at the Chiefs. Ravens are favorited by 2.5. Rightfully so, in my opinion. Chiefs did not play very well, in my opinion, against the Giants. They still struggled, came up with the win. What to do? But one of these teams, like Shaq said before, will leave 1-3. And I don't know who's going to be yet. I'll tell you later. But I'm
I
watching this
got a
game
pretty good
because
idea.
yeah, I have a pretty good idea who I'm going to pick too. I think we're on the same page. But I want to see what these coaches do under this kind of pressure because we know Harbaugh, he does flounder these kind of games. Like we saw what happened in the playoffs last time they played the Chiefs at home, playoffs, floundered, drowned themselves. So will he actually learn from his mistakes and play a way better game? Actually run the football and keep Mahomes off the field, which is going to throw all day and throw interceptions and then lose to the Chiefs. Like, we don't know, but I'm all in for it. I know that everyone's gonna be watching this game, and the Ravens want this rematch too. They lost by
Oh
a
man,
likely Bigfoot, a Bigfoot Isaiah
I'll tell you
Likely.
this: the Ravens have been putting up points all year. It's their defense and Derrick Henry losing them games. And the Chiefs have not put up shit for points all year. I don't think they've scored 20. They barely scored 20 over 20 points was against the Giants last week. And the Giants are trash, but the Chiefs are not scoring abundantly. So I mean, it's gonna
But
be I don't know, but they play tight every time they play. It'll be a close game. Still, I feel like Chiefs defense is legit, so it'll be a good one. But
I
one
still
of
say
these
this.
teams, like you're saying, 1-3, it's rough given the divisions they're both in.
Yeah, both teams will be literally putting their lives on the line for this one, just because they know that it's a long uphill battle from 1 and 3. A long uphill battle, and especially in each division, both of them are in insanely hard division for the AFC.
Competitive.
And guess what? If the Ravens are up early, eating Cheerios, preparing for the game, and watching Aaron Rodgers dismantle the Vikings, they're going to be more up for this game. They'll know the outcome of
Oh
that
yeah,
game before they play this game.
yeah, because they'll need to be in the division.
So I do think that the Ravens could have added motivation if somehow the Vikings lose that game in the morning. But your next game that you are giving out to the viewers to watch, giving them a little, hey, this is one you gotta watch. And I think we've been on the same game this entire week. It's the
Oh
Colts
yeah.
plus 3.5 at the Rams minus 3.5 and over unders 49.5. Why do you want to watch this game, Shaq?
First of all, 49.5 is ridiculous because it's, I get it. The Colts have been scoring a lot. Well, all right. So if you watched the last episode, you heard my rant. I think Danny Dimes is trash. I mean, I know he's trash. I've watched him for years in the NFC East. He is garbage. All right. They have played nobody, no fucking body. All right. Dolphins, trash. Tennessee, trash. The Broncos offense is trash, and you guys had to come back against a good defense. I'll give you that one. The defense was good. That's the only reason that game was even close was the Broncos defense. This Rams team is going to be pissed off at home. They just lost a game. They were pissed off. All right, if you watch the Rams Eagles game, as soon as that block kick happened, Matt Stafford was walking to the fucking locker room before Jordan Love or Jordan Davis was in the fucking end zone, dude. He was walking off. Did you see his face? He was instant pissed. I've never seen that man so angry. He was already on the field. Like the defense, the special teams are still on the field. Matt Stafford is just walking across the field, upset, dog. That team is coming in to play the Colts, who have played nobody. And I'm telling you, they are coming in upset, and they are gonna they're gonna body bag this team. Body bags. I hope they've got multiple bags with multiple zip ups, man, because they are gonna be smash mouthing them. This is going to be so bad. I'm telling you, Daniel Jones is going to know exactly how Jared versus fucking feet smell by the end of this game. He's going to know whether or not his shoes are double knotted because he's going to eat nothing but Rams turf by the end of this game. 49.5 is ridiculous. Who do you think they are? This is not Peyton Manning and freaking Marvin Harrison Sr. This is Daniel trip over my own fucking feet Jones. On a 50-yard run, nobody around you, you're going to fall. The man is garbage. This defense is legit, and Quentin Nelson can't save you, all right? That's the only guy you got on that line. That's it. I'm telling you, man, this game, I'll be watching this game to watch him go back to the garbage pile he is. I'm like, oh, see, that's why the Giants let him go. Dayball sitting there praying to God that he gets the shit kicked out of him. He's like, I got Jackson Dart starting. I need my old Danny D. I need you to suck, bro. I need you to show what you did in New York, in Indianapolis, because I've got to keep my job so that Jackson Dart has a chance in this league. But yeah, I can't wait to watch Danny Dimes eat turf.
I am interested in this game because of even more because of the last episode. And if not, you gotta wear that jersey, bro. You're gonna wear it.
It's not gonna happen, dog. It's not gonna happen.
You're gonna wear it, bro.
That's it now, man. He gonna be leaving that game in a hefty bag, dog.
This total is so high, and the Rams,
it is stupid high.
The Rams are only getting 3.5 now. Oh, that's not good, bro.
I think this is a bad line. I just don't know what Vegas sees here. Like, I think they're. I don't know. That's why I'm like, you do see the Colts have played fucking nobody, right? I mean, nobody.
It just means that on a neutral field, the Colts would be only 1 point underdogs, 1.5 points.
The combined record of the three teams the Colts have beat are 3-6 right now.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, no, man. I'm telling you, they're gonna get after him. They're gonna get after him. He played at Duke. Come on, man. Like, no, dude. I'm telling you,
Hey.
There's no way. I'm telling you, the Rams win by at least 10.
It could happen, bro. I think that you're on the right page. But if they want to tune in, and see the entire breakdown for that game, for our best bets for Sunday, just watch the next episode. We're gonna be tuning in live next to give you everything, man. We're gonna give you another winning week, more than 50%. We don't want 50%, guys. We want more than that for you. We want
to see profits.
higher.
We want to see profits for all of us. We're getting there. We're starting to get consistent results. We're starting to see teams for who they are. I feel like just like we're about to see this Colts team for real.
Yeah, like going even doesn't do anything for us. Like, yeah, we're not losing, but even isn't nothing. So, hey, this week we got some games. You gotta look ahead, and you want all that breakdown, just tune in. Thank you all for watching. It's your boy Dre Rich, my homie Shaq, chief of the Danny Dimes Hate Club.
Yo, write us in. You don't like Danny Dimes? Give us your best nickname. I call him Hefty McDay. Yeah. If you've got a case to defend Danny Dimes, just leave it in the comments and I'll roast you too.
Yeah, please. If you have any positive information about Danny Dimes,
write his parents.
I'm telling you, his parents. Yeah, because right now, bro, he even looks funny to me. He's like a Muppet. I'm not lying, bro. It's bad. He looks really weird. But Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. Check us out next episode. We got a lot more information for you. Peace.
Catch you next time.